If you're over 40 and you think building muscles means more chicken or more protein shakes and a scoop of creatine, you are missing the biggest part of the equation. I did too. I competed for the first time at 40 and won 2 pro bodybuilding cards, one of them against guys in their 20s. So today I'm going to break down the 5 biggest nutrition lies that stop men our age from building muscle and what actually works. Lie number 1, just eat more protein. Ask anyone in any gym how to build muscle after 40 and you will get the same answer. You just need to eat more protein, bro. So you did. More chicken, another scoop in the shaker. Protein matters a lot, but between the fork and the muscle, there is a whole factory. Stomach acid, enzyme, gut lining, doing the absorbing. After 40 and with years of stress, short nights, and eating on the go, the factory slows down. When your digestion is compromised, your gut is inflamed. A big part of the protein that you're counting all day never reaches the muscle you are trying to build. You grow from what you digest and absorb. After 40, these are the parts that breaks first. One of my clients, his name is Hadi, in his late 40s. He came to me eating more protein than I eat in a competition prep. He was also bloated after every single meal. And he'd been told, this is just what eating big feels like. Feeling bloated is not normal. Your gut is telling you that you can't process what you are sending down. We fixed his gut first, and his training finally started showing up in the mirror. We started teaching new habits because even the way you cook your protein plays into this. A well-done steak is harder on your gut, and you lose part of the protein quality and the iron you paid for. Keep it medium or medium rare. Pair with some sweet potatoes and your body pulls more out of the exact same cup. It's science. Before you add another scoop, pay attention to what happens after you eat. If meals end in bloat, gas, or crash on the couch, the amount of protein was never the problem. Lie number 2, carbs will make you fat. Somewhere in the last 10 years, carbs become the enemy. Almost every man over 40 who comes to me has tried some version of cutting them. Don't know why. One of them had been on low carb for almost 2 years. When we met, his face was leaner. Everything else was worse. Flat in the gym, needed days to recover after every hard session. And he has a short temper with his kids by dinner. He thought he was disciplined by cutting carbs, but his blood work said he was stressed. Carbohydrates are your body's preferred fuel for hard training. When you cut them, training intensity drops, recovery slows down, and cortisol stays elevated. The real problem is cortisol is the hormone that breaks muscle down. And after 40, you're already running on higher than you used to. Stress at work, kids, and 6 hours sleep. Cutting carbs on top of that is adding stress on stress. And your body responding by holding fat and refusing to grow. The fix is eating carbs on purpose. I teach my client the BVC method. Protein first, then vegetable, then carbs. Same plate, same food, eating in that order. The blood sugar spike drops by half or even more. You stay full longer and your carbs go toward the training instead of the belly and your cute love handle. 2 more moves makes carb works even harder for you. Eat most of them around your training when your muscle are primed to soak them up. And when you cook rice or potatoes, cook them ahead. Freeze them and reheat them before you eat. The starch changes structure and it hits your blood sugar softer. My client added rice back around his workout, kept the BVC order, and within a week, he was lifting like a monster again. That's exactly where we start with the guys I work with. Link in the description if you want to find out. Lie number 3, you have to eat every 2 hours. I tried that. The plastic containers I carried through my 20s came with a schedule. A meal every 2.5 hours, an alarm on my phone, a cooling bag that followed me everywhere I go. Sitting in my car eating my cold chicken and rice in the parking lot. It cost me nothing except the years I spent doing it. Total calories, total protein, and food quality decide whether you grow or not. The 6-meal rule came from an era where bodybuilders need to force down enormous amount of food, shoving tuna in the bathroom, then throwing it up later. That was their life. For men over 40 with a career and a family, it's worse than useless because it turns eating into a second job. You start planning your day around your 6th meal. You stress every time a meeting go longer. And that stress feed the same cortisol problem we just talked about. Think about your actual week. You train 1 hour a day. The other 23 are where eating happens. The client dinner, the drive-through between meeting, the kids left over, you finishing standing at the counter. A blend built on 6 meals per day falls apart the first time real life shows up. One of my clients, his name is Ross, he quit an entire program over exactly this, and it had nothing to do with the training. A blend built on 3 or 4 meals survived a normal week. 3 or 4 meals a day, each one built around protein, adding up to the right total. That is the entire rule. My client ate with their families at the dinner table and instead of alone at the counter at 9 p.m. And they grow better than they never did on the 6 feedings. Which brings us to the most expensive lie on the list. More supplements, more muscle. The supplement industry wants you to believe you are one product away from looking incredible. My client Ghanem unpacked his supplements drawer for the first time on our call. We were laughing that almost he owned a supplement store in his kitchen cabinet. Testosterone boosters, green powders. He was spending hundreds of dollars a month. Then his first blood panel came back and guess what? He was deficient in a vitamin D. All these bottles and the basic were the one is missing. Supplements are meant to supplement. If your nutrition is solid, my list is very short. Creatine, vitamin D if your blood work says you're low. Take it with K2, magnesium glycinate or threonate, and these two will relax the shit out of you. Literally, they will make you poop too. Omega-3, protein powder on the days that you can't hit your target with your food. And take them all like you mean it. Creatine dissolved properly in warm water and add a pinch of sea salt to it and a little bit of honey. And once you try it this way, congratulations. This is officially your first time trying creatine the right way. The basic done every single day beats a cabinet full of powder done every 2 weeks at a time. Most men spend hundreds of dollars trying to buy muscle in a bottle while completely ignoring the biology that decide whether you can build muscle at all. Lie number 5. If the calories are right, the muscle will come. You can eat enough calories, hit your protein, follow your training with carbs, and follow every fix in this video and still struggle to build muscle. Because muscle is a biology before it's a food. If your testosterone is low, your thyroid is running slow, and your inflammation is high, your body has no interest in building anything no matter how perfect the plate looks like. Low vitamin D alone can drag your testosterone down. And most men over 40 running low without ever knowing it. 2 men can eat exact same diet, train the exact same way, and get completely different result. The difference in their blood. You can measure it. But your doctor probably told you everything looks perfect. Doctors are trained to find disease. So as long as your numbers sit in the side in the range, you get a handshake and they ask you if you're taking the flu shot and see you next year. If the range is average, and average is bad. Average after 40 is exactly the tired, soft, foggy normal you have been calling age. Clinically normal operating at 40% of your potential. Insulin resistant, the perfect example, your fasting glucose comes back at 88 and your doctor calls it perfect while you fall asleep at your desk after lunch. Go foggy by 2 p.m. and fight craving that you can't explain. The glucose numbers tell you almost nothing without fasted insulin next to it. And fasted insulin is rarely on the standard panel. My client Andy, he looked fine on the outside. His blood work told another story. His ferritin was 931 and his cholesterol was 266, fighting inflammation and metabolic stress around the clock. And building muscle was not on his to-do list. 10 weeks later, his ferritin was 589 and his cholesterol dropped down to 214. The recovery and energy he thought he lost to age came back with them. And his doctor literally asked him how he did it. That was a true story. That's why I don't hand my client a meal plan and wish them good luck. We start with a full blood panel, find what's actually off and fix it. Food first, supplements where the blood panel says so. Real accountability in between. Once the biology is fixed, building muscle stop being fight. Sleep, hormones, and nutrition start pulling in the same direction. And in the same time, chicken and rice that did nothing for years suddenly works. If you want to know where you stand tonight, pull up your last blood work and look for a fasting insulin. If it's not there, your picture is incomplete. So stop asking what is the best supplement or what is the best workout. The question that changes everything is where your body is in position to build muscle at all. Here's what I would tell you if you were on a call. You can't out-train your blood work. and you can't out-eat it either. So if you're over 40 and tired of guessing, the link is in the description. Take you to the Ryan protocol. We start with a biological audit, your full blood panel numbers run through us. No insurance, no wait times. We find the deficiencies and build a plan that's 100% tailored to you. Food, nutrition, supplements, peptides if you need them. We meet every 2 weeks and you have me on WhatsApp in between. If you want your energy, your drive, and body that finally respond in the next 90 days, the link is below.